Hello and welcome to Community Conversations. My name is Beach Pace, Hillsboro Mayor, and we're here today in Reed's Crossing at Insomnia and with Tyler Geel.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us, Tyler.
Oh, gosh, Beach, you're one of my favorite people in Hillsboro, and so we're excited to just host you here. This is awesome.
Thank you, and congrats on your 4th location here in Hillsboro.
Yep.
And your 7th location in Oregon, is that right?
Yep, that's
yeah.
right.
And do you have any more?
No, I hope not. I hope not.
I hope not. So you first opened in 2007, that's right, at the 53rd
Correct.
location?
Yeah.
And tell us, what was the impetus for getting started and getting Insomnia going?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So that was 18 years ago, which is crazy. But my business partners and I just had this dream of having a local community center. Because back in that time, Hillsboro, everyone closed at 6 p.m. There was no evening life unless you went to a bar. And so we wanted to provide a place for community and for fun and live music and coffee for people to hang out who didn't want that bar scene. And so that's how we started. That was kind of our big vision.
Love that.
Yeah.
And did you anticipate then 18 years ago, when you opened it up?
No.
And by the way, I noticed 2007, so that's right during the we were going into the Great Recession.
Yes.
Did
Yep.
you anticipate the growth?
Not at all, really.
No.
And actually, it is interesting too, opening in 2007, because we really had no place to go but up. So it kind of worked in our favor that everything was kind of crashing around us. It was a difficult time too, because some of our customers were losing their homes, but they would still come in. We were considered an affordable luxury. So people would still have their routine with their coffee and their community, even when life felt really difficult around them. So we feel like we kind of opened at just the right time without knowing it in a way, which is kind of funny. And if you had asked me at that time, if I knew in 18 years we'd have 7 locations, I would have said, no way, we are not doing this. It would have stressed me out too much. I would have been in fetal position under the table. I just would have been too stressed. But thankfully our growth has been just organic and sustainable and not too fast and just little baby steps. So we've been able to handle it.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so of all the locations, do you feel that you're fulfilling their vision that you had, or you talked about it a little bit. What was your vision?
Yeah. Our vision really was to create community spaces where everyone can feel like they belong. Because we are in a society where we're also individualized. Like people pull into their driveway or into their garage and close the door and they hardly know their neighbors, but we all yearn to connect with people. And in fact, that's one of our goals in our coffee shops. We put all of our chairs and tables a little too close together so people in a way bump into each other just to scooch around. And sometimes that sparks a conversation. And we've really had multiple people come up to us and say, hey, I met my best friend at the coffee shop years ago. You guys had a knit night where people would just come and sit and do crafts. And we started talking and realized how much we had in common and built a relationship from that. And now they're best friends years later. That makes our heart swell with pride.
I can imagine.
Isn't that so cool?
Yeah,
It's our vision. And sometimes that vision, you can't really force it to happen. You can dream that vision, but then the community has to embrace it and it has to become their thing. And that's what we feel like our coffee shops did. And I think that's why the doors of opportunity have opened for us to be able to have more locations, like 4 in Hillsboro. We felt like we were oversaturating the market, but really it's neat because they're little communities within the larger community.
Yeah.
And so we feel privileged, truly.
You worked for it.
Yeah, it is a lot of work.
Yeah,
That's true. We didn't sit back. It didn't just fall in our lap.
Hey, let's do another one. Yeah. And being here in South Hillsboro, this is a whole new community. It didn't exist just a few years ago.
Which is crazy.
And so now you're one of the staple stores here.
Which we feel really fortunate about, truly. Yeah.
Well, you create that space too. And so talking about creating space in the different locations, like at 53rd and the one on Main Street and Tannisbourne and all that, do you have, what distinguishes the shops for you, if anything? Or just, you got a favorite shop?
Right. That's like asking which child is your favorite. I think our original there at 53rd really holds so many memories for me. Because that's where we started, and I worked 100-hour weeks. Those first 6 months, we didn't have any employees. It was just me and my business partner, Evan Aldretti, and his wife, Amy. And we did it all ourselves, which is so fun. I feel like we really knew our business from the inside out. We did everything. But each shop really has its unique characteristics. And you come in and it still has the same feel as Insomnia, but each one is so unique. It's kind of wild. In fact, in this one, it's really fun. We have we have paneling, wood paneling on the walls, which we don't have in any of our other shops. But it really gives it that like comfy feeling. It kind of grounds the space too, because there's so many windows, it's so bright that kind of makes it a little bit moodier, if that makes sense. And in this location too, one of our chandeliers is fun. We found it at an estate sale from a church. And it's gaudy and kind of ugly. No one would want it in their home, but it works perfectly in a coffee shop.
I love that.
We find a lot of things from Habitat for Humanity. We find just these really cool gems that have history in them, and we want to give them new life in just a different setting. And something really fun about the shop too, we have some live edge wood tables here. And we had to do some research, but we found that the wood from the tree that was standing in the middle of this field before there were houses here. And of course the tree had to be removed to build this community, but we tracked down the woodworker who had planed it, and we turned those into tables, and they are here in this location. So it feels like full circle for us. We just love things with story like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
That is wild. I'm kind of blown away by that.
Yeah. If they weren't cheap, we had to really track it down, and they were pretty expensive to fix up. But we feel like that's so important to just kind of give it that history. Even though it's a brand new shopping center, brand new building, we wanted it to feel, when you come in, it feels like it has history. So
there's that homage to the history. Yeah, totally. I love that.
Yeah.
So why do you think Insomnia resonates so well with the Hillsboro community?
Yeah. I love it, making it a place where everyone can feel like they belong. I think we're so divided sometimes too. We get into our clans, our tribes, the people who believe exactly what we believe. And we wanted this to be based on, number one, serving excellent quality product. Sometimes we say we focus 100% on the coffee, but we also focus 100% on the people. And somehow 200% doesn't make sense, but it works, you know? Because we want everyone to have a good interaction. Like, our staff is fantastic. The right people find us to come and interview and be part of our team. We have just amazing leadership too. It's just, we've been able to create a good culture within our walls. And so that when people come in, they feel like they're coming into their club, their friends, you know? So
I agree. And when my wife and I first moved here with our kids about 15 years ago, it was at the 53rd Street location, where my son and we'd bring him to, get some goodies, some baked goods. And we'd bring our daughter too, but he had, I think it was afternoon kinder, so in the morning he was free.
Yeah.
And so I'd go there with him, and we would meet up with another kiddo that was in his class, and they'd play Uno together at the 53rd Park.
Yeah.
Or at the 53rd location.
Yeah.
And then my daughter actually worked for Insomnia at the Bethany location. So
she knows it from the inside out.
She does, and she loves it even more.
So cool.
So I understand that feeling of community, because when I walked in, brand new to the community and brand new to the city, brand new to everything, to the state.
Yeah.
I felt welcome.
Yeah.
And my family felt welcome, and we met friends that we are still friends with today.
I'm so glad.
To your point.
I'm so glad.
So you've been involved in Leadership Hillsboro, and that is a Washington County Chamber of Commerce program. And that is a very community-based program, and I know that Insomnia is very community-based. And so you've mentioned it a little bit, like when you mentioned the knitting program, but how does Insomnia create community?
Yeah, we want to be that landing place for people who are looking to connect with other people, that for sure. But we've been embraced by the community so well too. It motivates us to give back to the community. So we're very involved with things in the community. In fact, the Washington County Chamber, we're so lucky to have such a powerful chamber for businesses in our city, really, and in our county. It's fantastic. And I've got to sit on the board for 6 years. In fact, they retired me off because I was there for so long. But I'm still involved with different committees, that sort of thing. And also even the Hillsboro Farmers Markets, I get to sit on the board there, because I feel like that's another community hub where people go to get their groceries, but also to connect with people. Everyone wants to feel like they belong to that city that they live in. So I feel like we're lucky to be part of all of those other organizations as well. We count ourselves to be privileged amongst them.
Yeah.
If that makes sense too. To make this an awesome place to live and work and worship all in the same place.
Yeah,
that's what we love.
That.
Yeah.
And in 2023, the Surgeon General talked about an epidemic of loneliness, right? And so you are just continually talking about togetherness and community. And I love that. And I love that you're a part of building that as well, and then serving on boards. So thank you for your service to the community.
My privilege, truly. I love it.
Well, thanks. So if somebody hasn't visited Insomnia and they're going to come for the first time, in your opinion, what's your must-try drink?
The best drink.
Well,
our employees are very brilliant, so sometimes they come up with these clever concoctions that we do seasonally. But truly, hands down, Aztec Mocha with our homemade chocolate whipped cream. It's so good, and everyone talks about it. And in fact, it's so popular that that's our Wi-Fi password. It's Aztec Mocha Yum. And we have it on a little sign at each of the shops that's the Wi-Fi password. And so it's kind of, it doesn't say Wi-Fi on it, it just is a sign. It looks kind of like art.
Yeah,
so
I've
it's
seen
like
an Aztec Mocha Yum.
Exactly, yeah. It's kind of like hidden in plain sight in a way. So people always come up and say, what's the Wi-Fi password? Or we just point at the sign. It's Aztec Mocha Yum.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I would recommend. It's a great way to start.
Okay, Aztec Mocha. All right, good. And if anybody wanted to learn more about Insomnia before they went to the locations, what is your website?
Yes, it's insomniacoffee.co instead of .com. It's insomniacoffee.co. Yeah.
Okay, thanks
But
for
if
that.
you Google Insomnia Coffee, we'll be
It'll
there.
come up.
Yeah.
Tyler, thanks so much for taking a few minutes to speak with us here in your beautiful new location in Reed's Crossing. I appreciate your time. And thanks to all of you for joining us today to listen to Community Conversations.